is quiet and nobody knows. Cigarettes and satellite burning overhead. Every spark reminds me of words we never said. Cigarettes and satellite drifting through the blue, 1,000 miles above me, still orbiting you. The rooftop bar hums low, glass catching light. A woman laughs softly into the night. I close my eyes slowly, hear your voice near, like velvet and thunder, still moving here. The stars feel distant, but your touch feels near. And loneliness glitters, beautiful here. Maybe we were never meant to land, only to burn bright for a little while. Cigarettes and satellites, the skyline shines below. All this endless motion still won't let you go. Cigarettes and satellites above the sleepless view. The whole city turns and turns around you. Black dress gliding through the jazz cafe. Gold reflections on the rim of your glass. You smiled like somebody hiding thunder, then vanished before the slow song passed. I was drowning in the room's blue smoke, watching strangers fall in and out of frame. But the whole city narrowed to your eyes, and the way they never spoke my name. Afterglow in black and gold, warmer than hands I couldn't hold. Sweetest steak I've ever known, a fire that burned but never showed. Afterglow in black and gold, beautiful and uncontrolled. You became the quiet in my veins and disappeared before daylight could unfold. Rain tapped rhythms on the windows, baseline crawling low beneath the floor. Your silhouette stayed in the reflection long after you walked out the door. There are nights that feel like old photographs, soft edges, gray they still live somewhere near. Maybe love was only borrowed time, a half-finished verse, a crooked rhyme. Maybe hearts survive by learning how to love what leaves and love it now. Still burns bright when nights turn cold, and somewhere beneath the sleepless moon you remain what I can't let go. The room still holds the shape of you, like moonlight trapped inside the walls. The air remembers how you breathed here, even now when evening falls. I pour another glass of red wine, reflections tremble and bend, and wonder how a love so endless could vanish like it never had an end. Its chair remains beside the window, quiet as a prayer gone cold. Every night I hear the city say the things we never told. When the silence learns my name tonight and wraps around me like dim light, I feel every word we left behind still alive beneath my skin tonight. When the silence learns my name, it whispers yours the same, and every shadow in this room still burns with your flame. Some memories arrive like thunder, others drifting soft and slow, like your hand brushing past my shoulder, like the ache I never show. I try to fill the empty spaces with strangers, songs, and sleepless streets, but grief has a beautiful patience and always finds its way to me. Some nights arrive quietly. Some nights feel alive, and some nights breathe like they remember everything. Beneath my feet, city glowing bittersweet. The skyline bends in shades of gray, like it forgot the light of day. Wind through broken signs below, slow enough to steal the glow. And somewhere through the distant beat, the darkness starts to breathe. This is where the night learns to breathe, where silence wears its velvet sleeve, where all the words we never said stay alive inside our heads. Moonlight slips across the glass, watching every memory pass. Your reflection in my eyes still arrives without goodbye. Saxophone against the air makes emptiness feel almost there, and every lonely rooftop view feels built around losing you. But maybe hearts were made this way, just reminds us who we are. This is where the night learns to breathe, where broken souls still find relief. And if tomorrow fades from view, tonight will still remember you. Downtown shines like hollow gold, bright enough to fool the dark. Every billboard and reflection hides a fractured, beating heart. Black umbrellas move like shadows, crossing under neon rain. And every face feels temporary, like a dream dissolving again. You once touched my hand the edge of avenue lights, and suddenly this empty city felt alive and infinite. Now the saxophone is crying through a red-lit window frame. The city of hollow gold feels beautiful but cold. Every shining thing we touch turns to silence far too much. The city of hollow gold, full of stories never told, and every street I wander through still echoes back to you. Rattle through the darkness, low vibrations under skin, and all these strangers wearing elegance still feel lonely deep within. Rainwater runs across the pavement like silver veins beneath the moon, and somewhere far behind the skyline I hear your memory humming tunes. Maybe cities are just mirrors built from longing and disguise, and maybe we loved each other because we both were hard to find. This city of hollow gold still glows bright but leaves me cold, and every light above the street feels incomplete without your heat. This city of hollow gold, a story breaking as it unfolds, and every dawn that cuts me through still wakes me up inside of you. Gold dissolving into gray, and night refusing day. Shadows wear your perfume tonight, heavy jasmine and faded wine. Every hallway feels electric, like your ghost is passing by. Street lamps blink through falling drizzle, blue reflections on black stone, and every stranger's silhouette feels too close to feeling home. There's a rhythm in the subway walls, a low vibration through the steel, and every note becomes a memory of something I still feel. inside me like a secret made of thread, and every little thing you touched still lives inside my head. I loved you like the city loves rain, like windows love moonlight, like lonely hearts keep burning long after losing sight. And if this ache was all we had, I'd still keep every fragment near, because some loves never disappear, they just become the atmosphere. Shadows wear your perfume tonight, still dancing in silver light, and every breath inside this dark still carries your goodbye. Red sign glowing through sheets of rain, empty motel hallway calling your name. A lamp by the window, golden dim, your silhouette moving soft at the edge of it. Thunder kept rolling far downtown, while silence wrapped around us without a sound. Your eyes met mine, and time stood still, like the rain itself waited on the windowsill. Velvet Rain Motel under midnight blue. Every breath inside that room pulled me into you. Velvet Rain Motel, storm outside the glass. One dangerous, beautiful night that vanished too fast. Curtains kept dancing with every breeze. My pulse kept rising with your heartbeat. A record played softly, old dark jazz slow, and every second refused to let go. Then morning touched silver, the room turned pale, and your quiet goodbye hit like hail. Some nights disappear, but never truly end. Velvet Rain Motel. city breathing through concrete like a tired, restless mind. Windows glowing over rooftops like strangers keeping watch. Everyone surviving something, no one saying much. I walk beneath electric drizzle, hands inside a worn-out coat, carrying old conversations like stones inside my throat. And somewhere far above the skyline, a siren cried, then disappeared, leaving only muted thunder and everything I feared. This city never sleeps, it just dreams with open eyes, under all the neon bleeding, under fractured skies. And I keep moving through it like a shadow passing through, trying to lose myself tonight and ending up with you. There was a bar on 22nd, still alight with saxophone, and in the doorway for a second I thought I wasn't alone. A stranger turned and smiled briefly, then dissolved into the rain. Funny how the dark can mimic every face we can't regain. Some nights feel existential, like the pavement asked your name, and every light becomes a question, and every answer feels the same. Still I kept walking forward, past reflections silver blue, while the sleepless city whispered, all roads circle back to you. This city never sleeps, it just dreams with open eyes, under all the neon bleeding, under fractured skies. And I keep moving through it like a shadow passing through, trying to lose myself tonight and ending up with you. Maybe loneliness is beautiful only when it glows. This city never sleeps, and neither do I too. The whole skyline keeps breathing like it remembers you. Morning comes eventually, but never soon enough. Inside me there are blue rooms nobody ever sees, rooms with old songs on repeat, and memories on their knees. A room where you were laughing with your hair against the light, a room where I lost everything stayed there through the night. A room full of unfinished words, still hanging in the smoke. A room where every promise made quietly went broke. Blue rooms inside my chest, never sleeping, never resting, always glowing somewhere low, with stories only darkness knows. Some doors I never open, some I visit every day. Not because I want the pain, but because I still can't walk away. There's beauty in remembering, even when it hurts to breathe, even when the silence settles heavy as autumn leaves. And tonight the trumpet sounds like sorrow, beautiful and torn, like grief can somehow become art by surviving till the morning. If I seem calm, it's only because I've learned how to carry storms quietly. Blue rooms inside my chest, holding what I love the best. And if I never fully heal, at least I learned to feel. After the neon dies at midnight and the avenue turns gray, the city strips away its glamour and leaves the quiet on display. No taxis rushing through the crosswalk, no bright illusions left to chase. Only rain sliding down the windows and your memory in this place. I pour another glass of silence, watch reflections lose their glow, and wonder how a love so vivid could dissolve and leave me cold. The trumpet hums like distant thunder, somewhere underneath the storm. After the neon dies, who are we beneath the lights? When the smoke clears from the skyline and there's no disguise tonight. After the neon dies, I still feel your pulse in mine, like a ghost stitched into darkness, like unfinished midnight lines. chest, like a prayer I couldn't answer, like a wound I still protect. Street lights blink like dying halos, one by one against the rain, and every flicker feels like heaven turning slowly into pain. Maybe we were never lovers, maybe we were passing fire, but the ashes burn forever when desire survives desire. After the neon dies, the truth arrives without a sound, and I find your shadow breathing in every silence all around. After the neon dies and the city falls asleep, I still carry all your darkness, far too beautiful to leave. Last blue light fades from the glass, and still your ghost won't pass. High above downtown, the skyline breathes slow. Diamonds in darkness, far below. Rain on the rooftop, wind on my skin. I came here carrying what never healed within. The towers keep shining, silver and blue, and somehow this city still reminds me of you. You once said the skyline looks softer from above, like even lonely buildings could still believe in love. Noir skyline therapy under moonlit glass, trying to heal from a love that couldn't last. Noir skyline therapy, blue light in my veins. The city shines beneath me while I whisper through the pain. A trumpet in the distance, a siren fades away. 1,000 lit windows at the edge of gray. Your voice returns softly, like smoke in the air, and every quiet rooftop still feels like you were there. The clouds move slowly, the skyline gleams white, and loneliness feels lighter inside this midnight. Maybe broken hearts begin again, where darkness meets the sky. Noir skyline therapy, Blue hour dripping from the skyline, rain like diamonds on the hood. City breathing low and restless, like it knows I never could. Every avenue is empty, but your ghost still fills the lane. Neon trembling in the puddles, like your name inside the rain. I still taste your quiet laughter, mixed with bourbon and perfume, like a beautiful disaster, blooming softly in the gloom. And the trumpets sing so lonely through the smoke above the street. Every note becomes your shadow, every echo incomplete. So here's my blue hour confession, I still break in your direction. Every traffic light burns through, like a pulse that leads to you. And this city keeps on glowing, while my soul keeps overflowing. Rain and silence, dark and true, I still belong a little to you. Midnight windows flash reflections of a face I almost knew, like the version of forever it dissolved with me and you. Taxi lights on wet black pavement paint the road in scarlet gold, and every corner feels abandoned, like a story left untold. Maybe hearts were built for bruising, maybe pain becomes the art. Maybe all this midnight beauty only lives inside a broken heart. Here's my blue hour confession, still addicted to the tension. Even when the skyline fades, you remain inside the haze. And this city keeps on breathing while I'm barely still believing. Rain and shadows pull me through, still in love and losing you. Blue neon against my skin, and your memory settling in. Ember reflections on the hood tonight, engines moving through the light. Your voice still soft inside my head, like words unfinished left unsaid. The bassline low beneath my chest, brush drums moving with each breath, and every signal flashing gold feels like something I still hold. Downtown glows and slips away like peace. pulse inside the dark, warm and low beneath my heart. Every beat still finds its way back through memory and delay. Amber pulse under neon skies, beautiful and half alive, still moving slow inside my blood, like a dream I can't wake up from. We were jazz and late night bars, cigarette burns and rooftop stars. No promises beyond the dawn, still somehow hard to move beyond. And now the city bends in gold, while rain and headlights blur the road. Yet every corner that I pass still brings your shadow back. Some rhythms fade with daylight, some stay under skin long after the music ends. Amber pulse, don't disappear, stay with me a little here till dawn begins to soften blue. And this city releases you. Beat by beat, 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 beat by beat, 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 beat by beat, 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 beat by. Street lights breathe. A table for one at 2 a.m. Old cafe lights burn dim again. Coffee black and burning slow. Rain against the window glow. People pass then disappear. Laughter close then nowhere near. And the jazz band in the back makes the silence feel intact. I trace circles with my hand over rings the glass has left. Trying not to think too much about the shape of your old touch. A waitress smiles and walks away, like she's seen this kind of ache before, like she knows some nights arrive just to leave you wanting more. A table for 1 and 2 a.m. and every song remembers when you were leaning close to me, like forever came easily. A table for one and candlelight, and shadows dancing through the night. And even now the empty chair feels like you are sitting there. Piano spills into the room, soft as perfume touched with gloom. baseline low beneath my ribs, pulling at the things I hit. Outside headlights blur and fade, silver ribbons through the rain, and every stranger passing by feels like a different goodbye. I thought time would make me less, thought the ache would finally rest, but healing has a strange design and leaves traces behind. Maybe being alone tonight isn't sadness after all. Maybe it's just love still echoing through walls. A table for one at 2 a.m., and I would still choose us again, even knowing how it ends. Some hearts still thank the pain they've been. A table for one at midnight blue, still holding shadows left by you. The cafe closes, the city breeze, and I leave with the rain still following me. Neon rain sliding down the boulevard, red reflections trembling on your skin. We were dancing with unfinished feelings, pretending neither one would give in. Taxi horns and midnight conversations, broken laughter drifting through the steam. You kissed me like the city was ending, and left me waking from a fever dream. Glass hearts and neon rain, love and loss in equal pain. Every drop keeps calling out, every spark remains. Glass hearts and neon rain, nothing holy, nothing tame, just two souls too wild to stay, and too deep to walk away. Vinyl crackled in the apartment, the baseline low against your spine. Outside thunder rolled forever, inside your fingertips met mine. I could feel the world dissolving into perfume and dim blue light. You looked beautiful and dangerous, like the edge between wrong and right. Some nights stay long, they're gone like perfume left on a borrowed coat. Some names become entire oceans and keep a lonely heart afloat. Glass hearts and neon rain, still whispering through my veins, and every sleepless hour I find your reflection in the rain. The rooftop felt colder than usual. Skyline washed in fading gray. Rain had stopped an hour before, but the pavement kept the stain. You lit the last cigarette slowly, hands trembling in the breeze. The ember glow between your fingers, like something asking not to leave. We stood there above the city, watching windows lose their gold. Neither of us spoke the ending, both already knew the close. Jazz still echoed from below us, a trumpet somewhere in the dawn, soft enough to sound eternal, soft enough to feel gone. Last cigarette at dawn, smoke curling into blue. Morning slowly pulling the night away from you. Stay beside me for a second, till the skyline breaks in two. Let this final ember burn for me and you. You smiled like tired moonlight, beautiful and barely there, then leaned against the rooftop ledge with sadness in your hair. I memorized your silhouette, the curve of breath and bone, how heartbreak sometimes feels warmest right before you're left alone. The city woke beneath us, engines starting one by one, and reality climbed I'm here. Last cigarette at dawn. Smoke curling into blue. Morning slowly pulling the night away from you. Stay beside me for a second, till the skyline breaks in two. Let this final ember burn for me and you. Some endings don't arrive with pain, they arrive beautifully. Last cigarette at dawn. Still glowing somewhere through. Still glowing somewhere through. Every quiet sunrise still tastes like you. The ember faded, the city didn't. The rooftop bar is nearly empty. Rain slides silver off the edge. The skyline leans into the darkness, like a thought left unsaid. Your eyes look tired but still dangerous, like thunder under candlelight. And every silence felt like poetry, floating low into the night. A saxophone cried from below us, slow and aching through the haze. And suddenly the whole world narrowed to the warmth inside your gaze. Some loves begin like storms arriving, quiet till they hit too hard. You were a beautiful ruin, soft as velvet, sharp as truth. Every part of me still burns from everything I lost in you. Was wrong, why does it still feel like home? Lightning flashed across the skyline, brief and brilliant over glass, and your fingers brushed against me like a memory trying to last. became a kind of music, deep and low against the rail, and all my careful walls collapsed there into your elegant chaos. Maybe ruins stay so lovely because they once held something real, and even shattered into pieces, still remember how to feel. You were a beautiful ruin, still alive beneath my skin, and every dream I buried deep still wakes when your name begins. A beautiful ruin tonight, city glowing pale and bright, and I carry all your fire long after losing the light. Rain fading from the air, and your ghost still there. You arrived like vinyl static, warm and trembling through the dark. A half smile lit by broken signage, a cigarette glowing like a spark. I had nowhere left worth going. You had sadness in your stare. The whole cafe smelled like thunder, and something fragile in the air. You sat across without permission, like fated book, the final seat. The city blurred behind the window, like wet reflections on the street. We didn't speak for several minutes, only watched the steam unwind. Two lonely strangers in slow motion, pretending we still had time. Velvet static in my bloodstream, soft distortion in the blue. I was drowning in the silence, then I surfaced into you. Felt beautiful. Your laugh was low and bittersweet, like painted crimson across the trembling avenue, but inside everything felt slower, like smoke suspended over two. You told me love was urban weather, sudden rain and missing trains, a flash of lightning through the skyline, then disappearing once again. And somehow I already knew it before the final drink was through, that dawn would come and take you with it, like dawn always tends to do. Velvet static in my bloodstream, soft distortion in the blue. I was drowning in the silence, then I surfaced into you. Oh, the neon lost its sharpness, all the ghosts forgot their cue. For one impossible hour, the dark felt beautiful. Now every station hums your cadence, every rainy glass turns gold, every crowded room feels louder since your warmth went cold. Velvet static still surrounds me in the wizened avenue. You were only passing through me, still I became you. Some loves never stay till sunrise, still they color everything they touch. Blue neon crosses through the window, paint and shadows on the wall. The city breeze and whispered sirens, like it's waiting for my fall. A glass of red sits by the bedside, half untouched and glowing dark, and every distant passing headlight feels like sparks across my heart. I say your name into the silence, watch the smoke rise through the room, like a prayer meant for no answer, still refusing not to bloom. The muted trumpet calls so softly, like heaven through the rain. This is my last neon prayer, for the love still hanging there, for the nights we couldn't save, for the fire inside directions blur and bend, and every lonely avenue feels like a place we almost met again. The bass line hums beneath the silence, like blood moving through my chest, and every heartbeat keeps repeating everything we left unsaid. Maybe prayers are just the echoes of the things we can't release. Love becoming beautiful, sorrow trying slowly to find peace. Tonight still belongs to you. Neon flickers soft and thin, and I whisper once again. Your lipstick stained the whiskey glass like a signature in red. Rainwater traced the fire escape outside above my head. The city looked like melted cinema, silver smoke and neon signs, and there you were against the shadows, turning midnight into wine. You laughed low like velvet thunder, slow enough to blur the room. Every movement carried danger, like perfume ready to bloom. I forgot the hour instantly, forgot the world beyond the pain. Only you and rain The room became a fever dream without a single sound. I knew we were made of moments, not forever, not daylight, but some temporary fire still burned brighter than the night. Then your finger slipped away like silk through open hands, leaving perfume on the silence and rain across the land. Rainwater and rouge tonight, dripping crimson under light. Touch me softly like a secret, let desire blur the night. Let the skyline lose its sharpness, let the darkness bend in two. Just one more hour suspended between the rain and you. Some kisses don't ask permission, they arrive like storms and leave. Of you, rain on the fire escape, red on the glass. Room 12 at the Blue Hour Hotel. Dim lamp and curtains breathing slow. Rain slid sideways down the skyline, like tears nobody had to know. You stood barefoot by the window, black silk slipping from your shoulder blade. Half the room was jazz and candlelight, half was everything we couldn't say. Your eyes carried years of distance and beautiful, impossible things, like a woman made of city shadows and midnight elevator rings. I wanted truth but kissed your silence, wanted forever from one glance, but temporary hearts beat louder inside city rose the ache of old desire. Then the first pale trace of morning crept beneath the heavy drapes, and reality began returning to collect what passion takes you. But in silence around your body looked at me but said no name, then left me with the cooling room and thunder in my veins. Blue hour, baby, stay beside me till the thunder fades from view. Just one more night inside this room with the skyline painted blue. No tomorrow at the doorway, no daylight pushing through, only jazz and rain and breathing, and me dissolving into you. Maybe some loves are hotel windows lit for one impossible frame, and swallowed by the waking city without a trace or name. Blue hour never really leaves me. Every storm pulls me right through, back to room 12 in the silence and the taste of you. Rain against the skyline still sounds like your voice. You are the kind of storm that arrives beautifully and leaves nothing untouched. Black satin weather in September, warm rain on the avenue. Street lights bending into puddles, painting everything in blue. You stepped out from the crosswalk shadows, high heels tapping midnight time, hair falling over one bare shoulder, danger wrapped in elegance divine. Your eyes were dark as unfinished secrets, your voice was bourbon after smoke, and every word you barely whispered felt like a promise being broke. I should've kept walking forward, should've let the night move on, but desire has its own rhythm, and mine haze, your silhouette against the skyline could have set the whole place ablaze. You laughed and kissed me suddenly, like time had nowhere else to be. And the rain outside kept falling like applause from destiny. But beautiful things can feel dangerous even when they feel divine. You looked at me like wanting and goodbye at the same time. Then dawn arrived with silver edges and the skyline started clear. You touched my face with trembling fingers, then disappeared. Black satin weather, wrap me in your storm tonight. Let your thunder touch my heartbeat till we blur with city lights. No tomorrow in the distance, no sunrise breaking through, only rain and dark and velvet, and me lost in you. Some storms don't break the skyline, they break you softer. Black satin weather still lingers on the windows and the view, like rain that never fully dries from touching you. And the city glowed without mercy.